Politics in Kenya is becoming more interesting and more complicated. And this leaves Kenyans, a whopping majority, confused. They don't know which side to support and which one not to support. But in this forum, we are still very loyal to the cause, and we are doing our analysis here without any fear or favor. We are not here to massage anybody's political ego. We are here to say the truth as it is. Yesterday, Rigathi Gachagua sacked his communication director. In what we are now gathering, the director was sacked because of her strong support for Ruto at the expense of Rigathi Gachagua. So the director is more of a Ruto supporter than Rigathi Gachagua. That's why she was sacked. That's an analysis we are going to do in our subsequent videos. In this video right now, I want us to listen to some ODM leaders, for their sentiments are going to inform the basis of our analysis right now. Before we do that, let's have a look at these remarks made by Simba Arati. I am telling President Ruto that ODM will have a candidate on the ballot in 2027. Today, Kenya has sent her police officers to Haiti, but that does not mean we have stopped being Kenyans and become citizens of Haiti. The same situation applies here. Kisi Governor Simba Arati. So Arati was just trying to clarify this issue of some ODM leaders being appointed as cabinet secretaries in Ruto's government. That's what Arati was trying to clarify. Let's listen to this before we continue.
We wish to restate that the fact remains what our party leader, Right Honorable Raila Odinga, has said before. There is no agreement between ODM and Kenya Kwanza that makes the two joint partners in government. We have no coalition agreement with the Kenya Kwanza government as ODM. As a party, we will not agree to engage with anyone acting in bad faith and with ulterior motives. On the matter at hand, the questioning of ODM and the Right Honorable Raila Odinga's commitment to opposition, our partners are not acting in good faith. As we speak, ODM has the highest numbers of MPs professing and committed to Azimio ideals and principles. Majority of the MPs from a number of other coalition parties long went to bed with the Kenya Kwanza in parliament. This has to be about the sacrifices made. Thus far, ODM has borne the highest brunt in terms of casualties, people killed, maimed or wounded while expressing opposition to the Kenya Kwanza policies. Demonstrations have not begun this year or last year. ODM and protests are synonymous. We have borne that cross over decades and suffered heavy casualties all the time, never apportioning any blame. And we will not accept the use of Raila Odinga's bid for the African Union Commission chairmanship to be used to pass ill-intentioned remarks disguised as well wishes and to twist him on Azimio matters. Raila has earned his candidacy for the AU chairmanship. We are proud that he is the leader of our ODM party and our coalition, Azimio. We are grateful to the government for standing with him, and we are grateful to the many African leaders who are considering him for this position. As a party, we will only be too proud to donate Honorable Raila to the continent. I thank you.
I want to state categorically that ODM does not have a coalition agreement with the Kenya Kwanza or UDA. If those who are telling us that we are in government care, I want to advise them to read the Political Parties Act, which is very clear that parties can only get into a coalition arrangement if they sign a coalition agreement and have it filed with the registrar of political parties. If you care, members of the media, I want to request you to visit the office of the registrar of political parties and find out whether there is any coalition agreement between ODM and Kenya Kwanza. There is none. So when they tell us that we have joined government, on what basis are they saying that? Is there any coalition agreement? There is none. So we think that these people are just playing drama, and the ODM is such a serious party which is not ready for drama.
Yeah. I just want to debunk the lie by Honorable Kioni that Mheshimiwa Raila Amolo Odinga actually did not say the truth when he said that he'd spoken to the former president of this country. I would like to say that the former president, President Uhuru Kenyatta, is a statesman and he can speak to Raila anytime he wants. I want to ask Kioni, is he telling us that he is in a position to tap telephone calls of every person in this country? Mheshimiwa Raila does not need to lie that he spoke to Uhuru Kenyatta to cleanse himself as purported by Kioni. Cleanse himself from what? Mheshimiwa Raila does not need to lie and to tell anybody that he spoke to Uhuru Kenyatta. Uhuru Kenyatta is a former president and just a citizen of this country. How would he help Raila cleanse himself? How?
Thank you.
Very well.
Thank you very
Yes. Let's put all that into perspective. If you are watching us but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give the video a like. Let's proceed. ODM will field a presidential candidate in 2027. What does Simba Arati mean by making those remarks? For those who have been following me here, I've always maintained that Raila Odinga will not retire whether he wins the AUC post or not. Raila Odinga still has 2027 presidential ambitions. And those ambitions, whether he will actualize them or not, will depend on how he gets the going in Addis Ababa. If he'll find the new post to be more lucrative, then Raila can decide to opt out of 2027 presidential election. But as it is right now, looking at Raila Odinga, Raila is still very much optimistic of 2027. That's the truth, ladies and gentlemen. So Simba Arati might just be trying to inform Kenyans in advance what's happening within ODM party. Raila has not yet hung his gloves. And from those remarks again, I'm seeing ODM party still trying to be relevant on the ground. We are in 2024. 2027 is about 3 years away. One day in Kenya's politics is a very long period of time. So if this early ODM makes it very clear that they will not be having a candidate in 2027 for the presidency, that can render them irrelevant on the ground. Because in most cases, Kenyans identify with the top leaders who most definitely offer themselves for presidential election. If a party is not offering any candidate for that presidency, then that party can easily be forgotten. So ODM here is just trying to remain relevant. And now to those remarks by Gladys Wanga, Ososi and Osabuyu, it's very clear, there is no doubt about this. ODM party and its supporters have suffered more than any other party or more than any other group in this country fighting for the democratic space. And this is why I've always maintained here that Kenyans should be thankful. They should be grateful. They should not forget their yesterday's heroes. What Gen Zs are doing is just a continuation of what Raila Odinga and ODM has been doing. And when I say that, I'm not taking sides at all. I'm just saying the truth as it is. So ODM party and its leadership has to be respected. To Kalonzo Musyoka and his team, they must respect Raila Odinga and ODM supporters, because I believe without Raila, without ODM, then Kalonzo and his team, they are just but a shell. So they must respect ODM leaders and ODM supporters. That's the truth, ladies and gentlemen. Let me stop it there. In case you're watching us, just as I did indicate when we were starting, subscribe, give the video a like. Let's meet in our next analysis. Thank you.